Welcome. What a day. I want to welcome you to today because today is one of those days that we want to look at our emotions and how we can be able to own our emotional control, because during challenging times, emotion play a big part in keeping us either calm or keeping us going crazy, whichever is the case. And that is why it is important to know how we can manage and control our emotion. Good afternoon to you if it's an afternoon, and most welcome to today's session. I believe that you are good and you're ready for today. Welcome. My name is Winnie Kamuya, CEO, International Renaissance Center, an international best-selling author, a speaker, and a coach. And today, let us look at how we can manage our emotional control so that we become resilient leaders with some control in terms of our emotions. Because I believe if we are in charge of our emotions, then we are better able to manage what we are facing, what we are going through. And it's great to be able to control yourself, because then if you are able to control yourself, then others will be able to notice and be affected by the way we manage. And also, maybe we can also help them manage their emotions. So it's always something that we can take for granted. But you know what? Emotional control is necessary for a resilient person, a resilient leader. So, what is emotional control? Emotional control is the ability to respond to experiences with socially tolerable and acceptable responses. So, how do we go about this? It's too much for us, and we need to be able to respond to what we are facing by managing ourselves and by accepting and noticing that we need to keep ourselves calm. We need to accept what is going on and still not lose it, because we need to be able to respond to what we see or what we are facing. It's also a way that you can realize and respond to feelings within to avoid having reactive outbursts. And in a way, it helps you to handle and respond to conflict. Imagine this. If you're a parent and you've seen your children, when they're having emotional outbursts, and you look at them, they're screaming, throwing tantrums, and because you know that you need to manage your emotions, then you just wait for them to calm down and you don't react or respond at that moment. So they're up and throwing and doing all sorts of stuff. And you look at them, because at the level where you are, you're supposed to be able to have emotional control. So you look at them. Okay? So you're throwing your tantrums. I can see that. I will do nothing, and I will enable you to realize you need to stop having these tantrums and stop doing what you are doing. So this is very helpful, because it means you are able to be understanding enough to manage you, and by managing you, it gives you time, and to give the other person who is having issues time to calm down. And as a leader, you need to be able to have that control, because a lot of times when you have conflict or issues, people will have outbursts, and you need to be calm to be able to realize and manage yourself before you say something that you'll not be happy to have said. So that is important. When conflict at work or unexpected tragedy occurs, our mind may be sent into a state of shock, and we will not know how to react. And this is where building resilience in order to hone our emotional control comes into play. And it's important for us Why? Because emotions are directly related to your resilience when adversity arises. Now, you don't want to be facing a problem and feel like a victim. So, right now, you want to avoid looking at the adversity, the challenging time, the pandemic, and say to yourself, I am a victim and it happens. This has happened to me. No, we want you to start feeling like although everything is happening right now, it's not happening to you alone. You want to be realistic. It's happening, yes. It's not happening to you alone. It's not always happening to you. That is why it is good to have emotional control. And when you have emotional control and resilience, you are able to see, I am not a victim. And I should not say or label myself that this is always happening to me. When unexpected tragedies or difficult events happen, it's easy to break down, feel like you are falling apart. Like this time, everyone is feeling like they are falling apart. But when you have emotional control, then you will begin to feel that you are resilient enough and you are confident enough to take on life's greatest challenge, which is this is one time that we all feel like life is falling apart. In fact, it's one time many dreams have been shattered. And you know what? We need to support each other and believe it shall come to pass. Since resilience is one way you can handle various situations and overcome setback, staying in control of your emotions is very important to build your resilience. You want to be able to stay in control. Everything seems to be falling apart. Right now, you feel like surrendering. But again, this is one time that you want to trust and believe and manage your emotions because you know what? Everyone is going through this. And if everyone is going through this, we shall support each other until this comes to pass. The many tragedies, and we can learn how to be more mentally and emotionally stable. Let's look at this adversity as an opportunity to grow stronger and develop our minds. We are not only developing our minds, we're also developing new skills because when we look at this as an opportunity, we might see things we're not seeing. We might find opportunity we had not looked at. And interestingly, some of the research and some of the information coming out right now is that some people have discovered their lost hobbies. Some people have discovered that there are things that they ignored, and those are the things that they should be doing, and they are happier doing them right now. So you never know. With every tragedy, with every adversity, there is an opportunity. So let us look at where is the opportunity for myself? Where is the opportunity for you? And maybe you can start addressing it from that. You still need to have emotional control. And why is emotional control important? It is very crucial to building your resilience because it will help you in nearly all aspects of life, from money to your mood around people to the strengths that you have in terms of building relationships. Relationships are very important to the way you deal with challenges, and it impacts the quality of your life. So imagine if you have like outbursts like that child we talked about. How many people would like people who are within their friends or the people around them with people who can get into outbursts? Maybe not many. And that is why it's important to have emotional control. So when adversity, setbacks, and crisis hit you in your life, then when you are resilient, you are able to manage your emotions of frustration, anger, because this time we are going through frustration, there's anger, there's pain, there's fear, there's stress, there's anxiety, lots of it. And if we can remain focused and turn the negatives into positive and not be distracted by our emotions, then we'll be able to overcome and bounce back. And that is important because if we are looking at this situation, we are facing so much stress, so much anxiety, we are facing so much pain, we are facing so much anger, we are facing so much frustration. People are losing jobs, people are not sure, people don't know what to do, people feel like everything has come to an end, and we need some hope still, and we need to manage ourselves and remain focused. Okay? So when you learn to build your emotional control, you'll feel more in control of situations that affect you directly. And you need to remember you have to let go of things that you can't control. Emotions do not bring the resilience down, but controlling it will help you to learn to know how to react and look at situations that you need to let go of. Control what you can and let go of things that you cannot be able to control. And that is why it's important for you to be able to know certain things you can control, certain things you can't control. There's nothing you can do about it. So, before I go to the next step, I want to help you find ways to make yourself believe in yourself, because I know one thing: when you can think about yourself and how you can motivate yourself mentally, you'll be feeling great. Imagine your name. Let's look at your name. If you were to be asked, what is one, what are some of the words that would come from the initials of your name? What would you come up with? What adjectives, what words would help you to feel and bring up your mood in terms of your name? How would you look at your name and say, my name gives me hope, it brings me emotions that make me feel I'm great, I'm ready? What are those words? For example, my name is Winnie. So Winnie with capital, for me, it's win. I is inspiration, N is nurturing, N is natural, I is impactful, and E is evolving. So, what would your name stand for? Because each letter will stand for something. So, what will your name stand for? And I have one example. Let me share my example so that you can see what I'm talking about and how you can go about having your name to have some adjectives that describe you, giving you meaning. So say your name is Zen Ho, you can write it as this: joyful, assertive, nice, empathetic, happy, optimistic, patient, eager. So my name is Winnie, and I said win, inspiration, nurturing, natural, impactful, evolving. So now, what does your name stand for? Or how can you share your name and give it meaning that bring moods up and that shares that good vibe to give yourself and meaning to yourself? I hope that will help you to find words that come in with your name and giving your name a better feeling than before. So I hope that will be good. So make sure you can find words that can go with your initials of your name. So let's look at some steps that can improve emotional control. Now, there's one thing about emotions, and emotions are are feelings. So if these feelings come, the first thing that you can do is label those emotions. So labeling emotions. When you do not acknowledge, and I guess this is one of the things that we need to learn. When you do not acknowledge how you feel, you are likely going to try to push it in the back of your mind and forget it, but it will keep on coming. So this will not help you from preventing you from feeling that emotion. It might come again and again. But when you address it, say, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling frustrated, then you can now ask yourself, like, why am I feeling angry? Why am I feeling frustrated? What is it that makes me feel angry, that makes me feel frustrated? Is it that I'm losing my job? Is it that I'm not able to feed my family? That's why I'm angry. Is it that I'm not able to move out of my house and go as I used to? Is it, what is the emotion? Label the emotion. Labeling them makes you take bravery and resilience, and now it makes you stronger, as well as it makes you able to be more stable as you find what is the emotion. Because if you don't find what is the emotion, it will be a problem. Then find social support. Many times we ignore that others are going through the same, or they have experienced the same and they know how to go about it. What about asking them to support you? People who have strong emotional control understand the importance of surrounding themselves with positive, uplifting, and trustworthy people. Your relationships should be able to lift your mood and make you more confident. And hence, it's important to have friends around you, relatives around you, people who can support you, trustworthy people who you know. You can tell them how you feel, what you're going through, and they can help you find solutions, advise you on how to overcome and move forward away from the obstacles. So it's important to have social support so that you don't explode emotionally on others who don't know what the issue is. Now, it is always said, have some humor. Sometimes, even though you might be going through adversity, find some humor around it. A sense of humor helps you, because if things didn't go as planned, as they will sometimes do in this life, in this journey, things will not always go the way we expect. So if they don't go the way we expect, then we can find that we can create some humor and laugh at things, at least to release our emotions so that we are not tied to these things. And also it helps us to overcome our past and to have those things not replaying and giving us reminders that this was the worst case scenario and it will play again and again. Allow yourself to distress and let go of harmful emotions, because those can make you feel worse than you're feeling. So have some sense of humor. And if you have some sense of humor, you'll find yourself laughing at yourself at some of the things you thought, oh, this is was so hard for me to go through. But you know what? I went through it. Finding spirituality. A lot of times when you're going through adversity, and I think this is one time that people are connecting and finding higher powers helping a lot, because then everyone wants to be able to feel they are connected to a higher power which will be able to help them. Are you one of those people? If you are not, what are you doing to be able to trust and higher power where you believe that whatever you are going through, it shall be over and it shall be addressed? Use techniques like prayers, meditation, spiritual reading, learn more and more, get more wisdom in terms of higher power, and ensure you keep yourself really spiritual, Because sometimes when you don't understand things, then that might be insightful in terms of giving you direction and giving you intuition into things that you really don't understand. You have no control, and you know very well that things that are beyond your control will be addressed by higher powers. So have that time and allow yourself to reflect, meditate, pray, and have spiritual reading. That will help you control your mind and not let your mind wander around, wondering where or what will happen. Then give yourself time to reflect on your thoughts. If you have time, reflect on your thoughts. What am I thinking? Why am I thinking like this? What am I doing? Have time for that. Reflecting on experiences and the thoughts and emotions that go along with them is important, because when you let go past, or when you let go of the past or the trauma that your mind is holding, it frees them. And you need to free yourself, because the subconscious mind holds all the negative past experiences, and sometimes it's not good because it keeps bringing the fearful and gives you hesitation in terms of risk and whenever you're facing challenge. And when you experience trauma, that event, that experience is held in your subconscious mind. How do you let go? Because then you can't keep on hanging on something that is already gone. You need to free yourself, because this can also make you feel stuck in a way, and you need to let yourself free. So you need to take control of that. So taking time to sit with your thoughts and reflect on your emotion can allow you to let go of the past. It can also give room to ways to look for ways in which you can improve your future, because the past is gone. The future is gonna come, and you need to prepare yourself for the future. You want to be able to look at the future and say, I'm ready. I will not experience what I experienced because I already let go. So overcoming your challenges and being able to have more control of your feelings and understand why emotions really occur. So reflect on your thoughts. Mood busters. Mood boosters. You have mood boosters. It could be for some people it's music. For some people it's doing something they love, cooking, walking, yoga. Everybody has got something that boosts their moods. Find that thing and have it. Maybe it's reading a book, maybe it's just watching a movie. What is one thing that will boost your mood? It's this time that you don't want to be left wondering and to be left thinking too much. You want to distract yourself from allowing yourself going through anxiety, stress, frustration, anger. Find something that makes you happy. They say that for sick people, when people are really, really sick, one of the things that help them heal is just finding movies which are funny, where they can laugh and laugh, and that helps to boost their mood. So you can find something that will help bring up your moods. So, and distract your mind from spending too much time thinking about the things you can't let go, or the things that you can't control, and the things that you need to let go. So taking control of your mind will help you, enable you to be stable and to be more resilient. And it's good if you have mood boosters. Lastly, if the worst comes to the worst, you might need therapy. You seek professional help from people who understand the well-being and how to manage your well-being. The mind is important. And if you can manage yourself and you can manage your mental state, it will help you manage your emotions. And you need that. So you can always seek professional help. Make sure that they can help you, and make sure you can own up to what it is that is bothering you, so that you can be helped. If you're not willing to own up on that, face the things, let go of the past, the trauma might continue to hold you hostage. It is up to you to be ready to let go of some of the things, because the professional help will require you to address things you might be holding on to and things that you need to let go. So for you, if you get professional help, you might find that you get some profound results for your mental, emotional health, and overall success. So you need to speak to somebody who you can be able to share with them the buried emotions that you've had, and during the challenging times of past or the past trauma you've had, you need to let go, and you need to start learning how to stay in control of your emotion. This will give and this will give others access to you, and it will also bring a sense of respect to you, trust for you, because people trust others when they see that they are able to manage and control their emotion. And you'll be able to be a resilient person in challenging situation. I believe in you, and I know one thing, that your emotions will help you. And today, you know what to do when you have to manage your emotions. You can manage your emotions. You cannot manage emotions of other people. So if you manage your emotions and you gain the respect that you want, the trust that you want, then you are good to go. So with that said, find one of the emotions or the steps that you can use to manage your emotions and apply them today. Because when you get one of the steps that you can use to improve your emotional control, then you are in good space and you can be able to successfully say you have built your emotional control to levels that you are happy with. With that said, I want to thank you for joining me today, and I want to wish you all the best for this day. Stay in control of your emotion and know there are others who want you to set the example and be ahead of them. If they have not managed to control their emotions, they're looking for somebody who can show them how to manage their emotions, and you can do it successfully. Others have done, and you too can do. Until next time, it's a goodbye for now. Be the best on your emotion and let the world learn from the way you manage your emotions. So goodbye for now. Leave your comments and feedback below there, and I will see you next time. Bye.